Miss Monroe. My name is Kylie Walker. I will be an occupational therapy assistant helping you today with our session. Are you familiar with what an occupational therapy assistant does?
I am.
Perfect. So the occupational therapist said that there are some things that you need to work on to be able to go home independently. And one of those things is preparing a simple meal. What we want to talk about today is how we can do that safely given the injury that you had to your hip.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is put this gait belt on you. A gait belt helps so that when you're standing up, I can make sure that you're safe and that you're stabilized.
Okay.
So I'm just going to reach around you. This is going to go around like this. Okay, thank you. So I want to talk about a couple things with you. The first are things that you want to avoid. So that hip right here has been injured. And if we do certain movements, it's going to make your right hip harder to heal. So some of those things are crossing over the body. So you don't want to cross your legs. So that means if you're sleeping on your side, you don't want your knees together. So you'd want to put a pillow in between your legs. Also, your hip wants to stay at a 90-degree angle. So when you're sitting at a chair, you can see this is a 90-degree angle. Mm-hmm. Ways we break this are when we reach down to touch our toes. Do you see I'm bending more than a 90-degree? And that's really hard on that healing hip. The other thing is sometimes when people stand, they can lean forward like that and then stand up. You want to avoid that. You want to try and maintain that 90-degree angle when you're standing up so that you're not overbending your hip.
Okay.
The other thing would be, and even crossing legs sitting down.
All right.
Do you see how that's pulling on the hip?
Uh-huh.
So those are things that you're going to want to watch out for.
Okay.
The other thing is your physician gave you a toe touch weight bearing restriction. Do you understand what that means?
Just to not put a weight on that foot, and it's okay to put my toes down. That's what he said.
Yeah, so toe touch means that you're going to want to picture that there's an egg under your foot.
Okay.
And this foot can touch the ground for balance, but not for weight.
Okay.
So we're going to practice standing with your toe touch, and we're going to practice how to do that so that you're not putting any weight on this right leg.
All right.
Okay. So I have your walker here that you normally use, and I'm going to demonstrate for you how to safely get up.
Okay.
So you want to scooch to the end of your chair,
Okay.
and then you're going to be using your arms to support your weight and your healthy leg.
Okay.
So to get up, you're going to firmly plant this, and again, we're not putting any weight on this right leg. And you're going to use your left leg and arms to support your weight.
All right.
So to move over to the counter, we have to get to the counter next.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do little scooches, and when you move this leg, you're going to use the walker to support your weight, not the right leg.
All right.
And do little scooches like this. And when you shift this leg, it's a shifting, it's not a step.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have you practice that. And in just a second, when we get over to here, we're going to be making a sandwich, which is a simple meal you could do at home that's not long or involved, because I know standing is hard for you right now. So, do you feel ready to give it a shot?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to stand beside you, and I'm going to hold onto your belt to make sure that you are stable when you get up.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. You're doing good at not putting weight on that foot.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have a little bit of a challenge here where you want to feel balanced and stable at the counter because you don't want to fall.
Right.
And so things that you can do is if you're doing something with one hand, you can put the other hand to stabilize you on the counter, or you can rest your stomach against the counter or your side.
Okay.
Does that feel okay?
That feels secure.
You feel stable?
Yeah, more stable there.
Okay, so let's start with getting our piece of bread out.
Okay.
And I'll be here. If you feel unsteady at any time, let me know.
All right. Chicken. I like chicken.
Yeah. What do you normally do when you're at home?
Chicken or turkey.
Mm-hmm. I also I don't mind a roast beef one every once in a while. How about you?
Right. Okay.
So you're doing really good about keeping that weight supported and balanced.
It really helps laying on the side here.
Yeah. So you're gonna do a slice of cheese. And then obviously you can use any condiment you want at home, but we just have mustard here today.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know that it can be a challenge when you have a walker of carrying things, so we can work on getting a tray or a stand so that when you make a sandwich, you can put it on that tray and then use your walker to go back to your chair.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. That'd be helpful.
I think you did really good today at listening to those precautions and not crossing your legs or putting weight on, and I appreciate your hard work.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.